The spirit of this bridge connects the kid from the south side of Chicago, dreaming of a better life, to those in France standing up for their freedom of expression. To the people
It was such an amazing acceptance speech. It was a win felt across Chicago and the hip-hop community. Common and John Legend taking home the Oscar for Best Original Song Glory. It's been more than a month since the two graced the Oscar stage. Now Common is sharing his experience right here on Good Day Chicago.
And it's our pleasure to roll this one out. He sat down with our very own Darlene Hill, talking about his Oscar win, of course, and after all his success, what he has planned for an encore.
It was a day when we had the Academy Award luncheon for all the nominees, and I stood up there, and Oprah Winfrey and myself were one of the only two people of color, because John wasn't able to be there that day. And I just reflected, like, I mean, it was a flash in my mind where I was thinking, I come from the south side of Chicago, and I'm standing here with all these talented people that are Oscar nominees, and I'm like one of them. And it just felt, for me, I just feel proud to be from Chicago and to be able to say, look, I'm from Chicago and I'm achieving these things. And obviously it's more to do, more work to do for me as an artist and as an activist, but it is a great feeling to see Chicago celebrate too.
When you were standing on the stage, Oscar night, a lot of people, I said this and a lot of other people said this, that was not just a win for you and John Legend and the movie, but for hip hop.
Yes.
That's where you came from, underground world of hip hop.
Yes, I mean, I truly felt that I was there to represent hip hop culture and to represent black people and to represent Chicago and to represent children of God and, you know, just a lot of different things, but for sure that was hip hop being presented. And I think, you know, one thing I really appreciated was that the song Glory was a song that was there to uplift. And that was another example of what hip hop can be, because hip hop is diverse. So yeah, I mean, I come from the underground of hip hop. I come from like being raised on KRS-One and De La Soul and Tribe Called Quest and NWA, Big Daddy Kane, and all that culture. And then it's just always been in me. So I'm a true reflection of hip hop, and that's what people seen on that stage.
I told you the day after you won, on Monday, WGCI here in town shut down everything else and only played your work. And they talked about how it's all about Common, our boy from the south side of Chicago. And I was Shazamming so many songs. You've probably forgotten more than you can remember of what you've done. Since 1992, you've been on the scene.
Yes, since 1992. And when you told me that GCI did that, I was really moved, because you know, it's been a fight for me to get on the radio sometimes, because I do make music that's not of the norm. It's like it usually has a different edge to it, and some of my songs have reached the radio, but I haven't like lived on the radio. Like, you know, some artists are radio artists, and for GCI to just recognize and celebrate, like no matter what type of song it was, they played it. That's a dope thing.
Even the duet that you did with Macy Gray, I'm like,
damn, they took it there, huh? They took it there.
Have things been crazy since that Sunday night when you won the Oscar? Have you had a chance to just enjoy Common and your Oscar, or have you just been running crazy, doing crazy interviews?
Yeah, well, I actually been running a lot. I've been appreciating the moment. It was one day that I tried to take an afternoon to go like relax and be on the water and like take like it was a mini like peacetime. But that afternoon I still was like, I couldn't wind down, because it's a long process of going through, you know, just the ups and downs of, even though we were winning, you know, it's like a lot going on while you campaigning, and you also going around meeting people and these new worlds, and then you got your team like Ava DuVernay and David Oyelowo, who didn't get nominated, so you going through the emotions. Anyway, it took me some time to try to wind down, and then by the time I gathered myself, I'm ready to work again. So I've been working.
I was going to say, what's next? What are you working on now?
Well, I've been doing a lot of speaking engagements, because I had already been speaking at colleges and sometimes at high schools. So I've been doing a lot of those, but I'm booked to do some films as an actor, you know, some films that I'm going to do. One is coming up soon that I'll be doing, filming in April. And then I got a nice amount of films that I'm about to work on.
He is a really good man. That's just one piece of our one-on-one exclusive interview with Common. Coming up in our next hour, we will have more from the Oscar winner. He'll be talking about violence right here in our city and his picks also for the big dance, the Final Four, and even has a little special message to all of us here in Chicago. That's all new coming up at 6 o'clock, so you'll want to stick around.
It's so great to see Chicagoans doing well and winning Oscars. That's
and a guy
awesome.
like that who has immersed himself in our community, doing so much to give back. That is the bonus. Huge.